It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with... Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play with guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that...
We are live from the Palace of Auburn Hills for this Eastern Conference battle featuring the Pistons here in Detroit. The Celtics made a special trip here for one game, back in Boston for the next one. And there's certain to be some disappointment because of the injury to Marcus Smart. And a lot of excitement centering around one young player tonight, folks, as we'll be watching a game that marks the first official NBA start from Doc.
Yeah, we knew it would come at some point. This young man is just too talented to not be in the starting lineup. His time has come.
Yes, it has. I mean, he's clearly proven to the powers that be in that organization that he's ready. I mean, let's see if he can make the most of the chance he's been given.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Thomas is out there with Doc, and it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jackson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here is Doc, following the score by Reggie Jackson. And Thomas has it in the corner. Jennings with the steal. Feeds it to Jackson. And that one's good.
How about the way he was able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Johnson. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. And so just over a minute and a half played. Drummond the screen. And here is Ilyasova. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. That's good.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Now, here's Thomas. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Jennings against Thomas. Drummond with a screen on Thomas. Jennings kicks to Ilyasova. Jackson dishes to Ilyasova. 13 feet away. Rebound by Doc. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Jennings with the ball. Now guarded by Doc. Pistons passing it around. Really left alone that time. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Jennings against Thomas. Quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. No good with the layup. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Smith checked in for Drummond. Morris comes in for Ilyasova. Porter's checked in for Johnson. And it's Jody Meeks in for Brandon Jennings. Doherty with the screen on Jackson. Doc the pass to Doherty. Here's Doc. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
They set the pick. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Doc. Morris outside. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Doherty, beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Lee. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 6 to shoot. Doherty with the screen on Jackson. Doc the pass to Doherty. And he banks in the layup.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
We've got a moment. Let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. Number 1, the Celtics.
Does a nice job because they force opponents into tough shots. They don't allow easy shots. They're all on the same page. They're aggressive. They're focused. They pay attention to detail. And for 48 minutes, they're going to make their opponents uncomfortable.
Doherty against Smith. Passes to Jackson. The baseline J. Offensive rebound.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Now, here's Porter. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. This is to Meeks. There's the pass. To Baines. Porter kicks to Meeks. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Detroit, no good that time either.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
On the wing. No good from Doc. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. The Pistons on top. Game here as we get back to the Pistons. Ilyasova comes in for Aaron Baines, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Jody Meeks. Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Johnson is out there with Ilyasova, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets played a role for them. He picked up 5 points, but also came away with 5 big rebounds. He really was the second unit
thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
The Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. Here is Doc. 6 points for him. The dish to Zeller. And Thomas has it in the corner. Plenty of space. That's good. Thomas got 7 now in this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Left side, Jackson. Morris outside. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Boston leading by 3. Here is Doc. Pass to Olynyk. He feeds it to Thomas. And a miss there on the triple. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep in the second. Now Jackson. He's got 12. To the middle. Here's Drummond. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And Thomas, here we go. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
A good night for Thomas. He has 9 points and 4 assists.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Boston?
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also, they've gotten the 3-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Ilyasova.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Pass to Doc. 1:07 left in the first half. Here's Zeller. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Brandon Jennings. The Celtics have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Here's Jackson. It's deflected. Here is Doc. He's got 6. Picked by Zeller. Here is Doc. To the paint, off the screen, and the dunk by Zeller.
Went for the 2-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Jackson kicks to Meeks. No good. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And they were really locked in from beyond the arc in that game. I mean, the results wouldn't have looked anything like it did had it not been for their ability from beyond.
Exactly. They were spraying home threes at a huge rate.
Jordy with the screen on Porter. Here's Doc, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And we've finished one half of basketball. Celtics lead by 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it, to his credit.
On the court for the Celtics, Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Doc is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. Jackson down low, and stolen by Zeller. Now here's Crowder, guarded by Jackson. The feed now to Thomas. Knocked loose. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Jackson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Doc the pass to Thomas. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
It's back to Jennings. And Drummond kicks to Jackson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Celtics making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Boston leading by 7. Thomas dishes to Crowder. Passes it to Doc. Kicks it to Lee. Shot from 12. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Ilyasova, a screen on Thomas. Jackson passes to Drummond. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Sullinger. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Sullinger's got his 2nd bucket of the night. So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to Cleveland.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Well, that's got to wear on you.
What Doris Burke has for us.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He urged his guys to get after it on the offensive glass, to follow every single shot, extend possessions, and cash in on some second-chance points. He was also adamant that they can take advantage of this defense with the use of solid ball screens in the pick-and-roll game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And Thomas, here we go. It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for the Pistons. Boston also with the sub. Barnes is checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
And we have a moment to take a look at the best 3-point shooting teams in the NBA. The Pistons second.
This team takes smart 3-point shots. That's one of the reasons, Kevin, they're amongst the league leaders in 3-point percentage. They don't just hoist up crazy threes. They get quality looks from behind that arc.
Morris is checked in for Drummond. And he sinks the second. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Tries to save it. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. Picked by Lee. Doc the pass to Lee. Softly drops in the floater.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Johnson the screen. Johnson sets the screen for Jennings. He dishes it to Morris. It's back to Jennings. 4 on the clock. Elbow shot is on the way. That's good on the jump shot. Jennings has got 10 points.
You got to give high marks for that tough defensive effort. He was right in his jersey there. But that's just a terrific shot to knock it down with that kind of defensive pressure.
To the right side. And taken away by Johnson. Now Detroit moving it up. Jennings is running, and he gets it to go. Now just a 4-point Celtic lead.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Some numbers for Stanley Johnson. How last month turned out for him. He's around 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
Jason Smith, he's checked in for the Pistons. Porter comes in for Brandon Jennings. And a change for the Celtics. Doherty, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Doc the pass to Doherty. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Doherty's got 6 points.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
What handle? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Pistons trail by 4. And Meeks kicks to Porter. Barnes grabs the miss.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly, that's the right look. The decision was good, he just didn't execute.
Doherty the screen.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
Feeds to Barnes. Doherty with the screen on Smith. 5 to shoot. Here's Crowder. Offensive rebound Celtics. Doc. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. The Pistons have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the 3rd. A 75% clip. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Baines. Good D by Lee.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Porter dishes to Baines. Detroit, no good that time either.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Knock the pass to Barnes. Charity stripe shot. No good on the buzzer beater. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's the Celtics leading by 6. And time for the short break, and stay right with And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Pistons trail by 6. Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Ilyasova out there with Johnson. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Detroit right now. And it's good. 16 points for Reggie Jackson.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Feet away, count the bucket. And so it's Boston with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Sullinger, the screen, off the screen, rebounded by the Pistons.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Johnson gets the bucket.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Here is Doc, guarded by Jackson. Upside Thomas, 6 on the shot clock, and there's the pass to Doc. But they recover it. Thomas a screen. Crowder kicks to Thomas. Second chance shot. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jennings. Sullinger the screen. Here's Doc, down to 5 on the shot clock.
You know, this half hasn't been as successful for him as the first. He's having difficulty getting it to fall.
Offside Jackson. There's the screen. There's Jennings with the 3. The offensive rebound. And Drummond throws it down.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And Greg, I've got to admit to you, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. They've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
Sullinger is screen on Jackson. Doc the pass to Sullinger. Count that one. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Ladies and gentlemen, go Detroit Pistons.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He was not at all satisfied with their effort levels, saying, we're losing the hustle plays and all the 50-50 balls. We simply can't win that way. We've got to get after it. Let's see how they respond, Kevin.
Right side Jackson. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And Boston with the rebound. Sullinger's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here is Doc. Outside Thomas. Zeller setting the pick for Thomas. Down low. And Zeller kicks to Sullinger. Out of hand on it. And he's able to get it back. Here's Doc. And that one goes long.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Jennings wide open. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here. Leach is checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here is Doc. He's guarded by Meeks. Shot by Zeller, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior. interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Thomas goes in, and it's sent back by Drummond. Outside Jennings. Drummond the screen. Jennings dishes to Drummond. And here's Johnson outside. Rebound Boston. Doc's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Zeller, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
How about the game for Zeller? He has 8 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. Lee's checked in for Sullinger. And so Zeller nails both of them. .32 left to play here in the 4th. Drummond the screen. Jennings kicks to Meeks. Dishes it to Drummond. Pass to Meeks. Pistons passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Doc. 3-pointer. They get it back.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Now here's Jennings. Down low. Ball stolen. There's 45 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Zeller, a screen on Ilyasova. Zeller inside. He's guarded by Meeks.
Yes! Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Connects!
Big basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Picked by Lee. Goes up the baseline. It falls!
That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop can seal the deal.
Seconds left in the 4th. Drummond the screen. Jennings passes to Meeks. Kicks it out to Jennings. Count it!
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Six seconds left to play in the final quarter.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we watch this one go now to overtime. And it's the Pistons to start out. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Pistons, Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Johnson in at the 3. A nice shot by Zeller.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Yeah, knowing they have to get a bucket here and exploiting the height advantage where they can find it, well, that's a no-brainer to me. Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
And it's sent back by Drummond. The drive by Jennings. Ilyasova, a screen on Thomas. Jennings against Thomas. 6 to shoot. It's deflected. It's extra time here. Just over a minute into overtime. Sullinger, a screen on Jennings. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. 9 points for Jared Sullinger.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Jody Meeks. Jennings with the ball. To the inside. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Johnson.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Jackson in the corner. Drummond is just to Jennings. He kicks it to Jackson. Drummond the screen. Jackson drives in. Off target is 6 miss and 13 attempts from the floor. Thomas passes to Crowder. Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Pick by Zeller. Clock at 6. Shot by Crowder, no good.
The spin freed him up, and he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Here's Jennings, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Got sloppy. In a close game, you have to take advantage of every opportunity.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Sullinger with a screen for Thomas. Now the dish to Sullinger. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 5. For the win. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Welcome back to overtime basketball in what has been a tremendous battle so far. We're going to keep this one going. So it's the Celtics now. Sullinger against Ilyasova. Here's Drummond. Out of hand on it. Thomas against Jackson. Passes it to Dodd. Doherty with the screen on Jennings. The feed to Doherty. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
That one falls for Doherty. So he gets them both. The Pistons trailing. It's Jackson with the drive. Shot from free throw range. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Ilyasova sets a screen for Jackson. Rebounded by Doc. Doc's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Doherty with the screen on Johnson. In the corner, Crowder with it. Doherty the screen. Crowder kicks to Doherty. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Checked in for the Celtics. And here's Jennings. Ilyasova, a screen on Thomas. Top of the key, Ilyasova. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. And you can feel the crowd react as one.
Yeah, that side got them out of their seats and off their hands.
And, guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building.
Here's Sullinger. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Ilyasova, a screen on Thomas. Jennings against Thomas. The drive by Jennings. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. Dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
Here's Thomas. Goes back up.
and they get the rebound. But, guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
The pass to Doc. Sullinger the screen. Knock the pass to Zeller. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Johnson.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D, and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you've got to take it and make it.
Sullinger the screen. Inside. Yes!
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Here's Drummond. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly, but I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet is Freak. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
He was completely in sync with the whole team tonight. And you can see that in the assist numbers, which were spectacular, I might add. It's hard to imagine him having a better night passing the basketball. Man.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew. Have a wonderful evening.
You really struggled shooting the ball tonight. Care to comment on that?
You're right. I just couldn't get anything going early, and I never found a rhythm. I'm working on it, though. I'm gonna watch the film later tonight, but I already have some ideas about what I was doing wrong. It'll get better. At least I'm confident in that.
You certainly had a good defensive game. Don't you wish your teammates would help out a little more on that end?
Listen, one player can't have a good defensive game all by himself. It's a team effort. Maybe I stood out tonight a little bit, but we were all closing out on the shooters, denying the passing lanes. My favorite, helping the helper, protecting the rim. So I can't take all the credit, not even close. We all did this.
That was your first official game as a starter. How'd it feel?
That felt great. To me, this is a huge step on the way to living the dream. I can't wait to see what the future has in store. I know if my man Vic has anything to say about it, that things are about to get crazy. Real crazy. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you.